Patience. Just sit still. You know, one of the hardest things for a new investor is to learn is patience. When you see one of your stocks floating in that $75 to $90 profit zone, it feels like it's right there on the edge of being pruned. We'll discuss that terminology a little bit in a second. You start asking yourself, should I take the profit now? Should I move on? Should I just wait till it hits the $100? That's my zone. But here's the truth that I've learned in my base 35 system. You don't need to force it. This week I had several stocks that sat right in that $75 to $90 range. And you know what I did? Nothing. I didn't prune. I didn't panic. I just let them sit there. Why? Because while they're sitting there, they're still paying me dividends. They're still doing their job. For example, take Eli Lilly. A couple weeks back, it was down over $300 from my purchase price. That's a painful number to look at. But I didn't panic. Excuse me. I didn't sell. I trusted my system. And today, Eli Lilly is starting to climb back up. It's still under my average. So I keep adding a little by little, buying it at a discount. I trust that stock. I believe in that stock. So I buy at a discount. When I have investment, if it's at the bottom, I buy. And guess what? The dividends never stop. That's patience in action. Here's something to think about. Patience itself is an investment. You learning to be patient with your portfolio. Every time you resist the urge to sell too early, you're giving that stock a chance to recover and pay you. And when it finally crosses that $100 profit line, my pruning point at this point, that prune is just icing on top of the dividends you've been stacking the whole time. So let me give you a practical framework. When you're picking your positions, make sure you choose strong dividend-paying companies. That's why my base 15 is loaded with stocks like Apple, Walmart, Procter & Gamble, Eli Lilly. Companies that have stood the test of time. Then when you see them stuck in that $75 to $90 profit range, just relax. They're still paying you. You don't need to force your pruning point. Whatever your pruning point's going to be, again, mine's 100. So I relax until it hits 100. And when it hits 100, I know what to do. For example, Apple had been a powerhouse in my portfolio. Some days it shoots past 100 and I prune it. Others days it's sitting in the $80 zone. But I don't chase it. I wait. Because I know that $100 mark is coming. And while I wait, my money is still working for me. Now, if you're building your own portfolio and you don't want to copy me stock for stock, which you can. When you hear me mention a stock, I have it. It's a great dividend stock. It's ones that the base 35 that I'll probably hold forever. Look for companies that you trust. Companies that will be around forever. And then when the market falls, they will recover. Companies with dividends that keep paying you while you wait. Build your own base 15. And when your stocks are in that almost prune zone, remind yourself, patience will pay off. Let me close with this. Investing isn't just about what you do. Sometimes it's about what you don't do. When your stocks are in that $75 to $90 range, you do nothing. That can be the smartest move you can make. Because I don't care if they drop. If they drop, I'm still making the dividends that I was making anyway. I wait for it to rise. Eventually the market's going to go up. I don't care if it takes 3-4 years for me to prune $100 off of it. Dividends are churning. So don't panic. Don't force it. Let the system work. Because in the long run, patience isn't just a virtue, it's profit. And remember, I'm not a financial advisor. I'm just someone in this journey with you. I'm sharing what works for me in real time. so you can learn and apply it to your own journey. You know, when you read a good book, you pull things out of it that you can use. Some things you can't, some things you can. But you also, when you read a good book, you pull things out that you can adapt to use for your situation. Because that's what a good learning experience does. So as you're watching these, in the beginning you may have to go step by step with what I'm doing. But as you get more mature and you get into 3 or 4 years of your own investment journey, you'll start picking up things that I may not have. And you'll start adapting your system to work for you. But we've got to start. And that's why I started these videos. $15 a month, $15 a payday, one McDonald's trip that you don't take that week. Because anyone can invest $15 every payday. And I guarantee you, once you see those dividends start churning in, you start seeing your stocks moving and going up and down and going, ooh, what if I put more in that? You'll get excited about what the market's doing for you. You'll get excited about what money is starting to work for you instead of you always working for money. See you next time.